Hey, headbangers de Metal Glam to Thrash, bienvenidos nuevamente a una entrevista, esta vez con un talento internacional, la banda europea Cold Drop, específicamente de Dinamarca, que muy amablemente nos han cedido tiempo, su bajista John Bertz, que está hoy con nosotros, y pues bueno, recién acaban de lanzar su disco debut autotitulado Cold Drop el 27 de febrero pasado. Ellos lo lanzaron vía Lions Pride Music. Es una banda de hard rock sleaze con un toque muy ochentero, heavy metal. Y bueno, pues como en nuestros estilos musicales, mientras sea metal, desde el glam hasta el thrash, pues una excelente banda que tuvimos la oportunidad de contactar y que bueno, amablemente está aquí con nosotros John. Hi John, how are you?
I'm fine, and hello Mexico.
Mexico and Latin America.
Latin America, yeah, hello
Yeah.
everyone. Thank you for that we can be on your show, and you will have us.
Oh, thank you for your time too.
Yeah,
It's nice to be in contact with bands and that are on the other side of the world, so we can
yeah,
have some more exchange of ideas and know more how it works, the hard rock and metal scene on your side of the world. So it's
yeah,
it's it's really great to have you here while you are freezing in the snow. We are melting on the sun here.
yeah. That's a strange thing about countries. You're on the other side of the world, and we are on the cold side right now. But we are going to meet the summer in a few months, so
No.
that'll be cool. Yeah.
Let's start talking us about how the band get started, John. How what year you start Cold
Yeah,
Drop, the song, what are your influence? Please talk us about it.
yeah. I can. Me and Rick Hanson, we were friends in the 80s, and then Rick, who had played with Pretty Maids
Mm.
on the Red Hot and Heavy album, and also have made some music to Future World. But after he split with Pretty Maids, he went to Florida and with a band called what were they called? Shots. They
Mm.
were called, and it was 4 or 5 guys here from Denmark who was taking to Florida to get famous over there.
Yeah.
And after that, and then he went back to Denmark, but I haven't seen him for quite a while. So we met at a festival in 2017, and we talked about, hey, why not put a band together? Yeah, that'll be great. But he didn't know so many people here who was playing that kind of music. We want to play, cover music by Judas Priest, White Snake, and all that stuff. So I had some people that I know because in the mean I had a studio where I recorded
You are a
bands.
producer. You're a
Yeah,
producer.
yeah. So I have done a lot of bands in my studio. So I get some yeah. I know a lot of people that I could ask if they want to join the band. So we were a drummer and we were Rick and we had another guitar and we were 5 people who was starting with the covering bands. And then Rick had a number he wants to play for us, but we didn't know where it should go. But we
In,
tried out.
in which
And
year? Which year you start? In which year you start Cold Drop?
Yeah, it was 2017 because it went very fast to get right people, because the first people we had in the band didn't fit into the band. They want some other things to do. So then I know Henrik on the drums, and I called him if he want to join the band, and he was excited, and yes, I'm in. And then we had a drummer, and then I know Thomas, who was recording in my studio with the old bass player Alan DeLong from Pretty Maids. So I called him, do we want to join this band? And he was, yeah, why not? Let's try it out. And then Alan, I called him because I also did some stuff with him in the studio. And I called him, do we want to join our band Cold Drop? And I didn't hear anything for him because he was playing in some other bands. But I said to him, give it a chance. Try to listen to what we are doing. And after a week, he called us. When are you rehearse? I'm in. And then we put all things together. And we had 3 or 4 songs we did. And then it moved on. So that's how it started. It was 2017, me and Rick. And I think as a band was completed, it was 2018-19. We are as we are now. Yeah.
And why the name Cold Drop?
Oh, that was an idea from Rick Hanson. He had a funny idea. The next band he wanted to form, it should be Cold Drop, and it's a weather phenomenon. In Spain, they are calling when the cold wind and the warm wind is meeting, then it's doing some kind of thing what they are calling Cold Drop.
Okay.
But there's another meaning with it, but it's a little
Yeah, remind me of Cold Gin.
Yeah.
The drink.
Also, yeah, it also good. Yeah. So, but we were thinking, cool. Why not try it out? So, and then then we had to have a logo, and I have a friend who is a girl who is doing some graphic, and she came up with this CD logo.
Okay.
But it was not the spice in the middle. I said to her, "Can you do something about it, like Vikings stuff with a knife in it?" So she did that, and that's cool. So
great.
So that's how the logo is born. Yeah.
And talk us about the scene. How in order that all Latin American and generally American headbangers can have an idea of how a scene in the hard rock and metal scene is in Denmark. There are a lot of bands, clubs, it's underground, how it works.
Yeah, it's strange about Denmark, because there's a lot of clubs to play and a lot of live scenes, but the music we are doing is some kind of what can I say? Not so. The scene here about heavy metal is the hard heavy metal, the grunge and that kind of stuff. The growling and speed metal, and that's the thing that really is big here in Denmark. But that kind of style we are playing. Sometimes we are too hard for the festivals because they are playing pop music, and the most of the time the metal scene is then we are too weak, because it's so we are standing. So hey, can we come out and play? But there's a little open now, and we also can see the time we're in. All the band who is playing now is we had that COVID-19. That's all the band who is playing now had to play for 2 years ago. So it's difficult to come out and play right at the moment. But and also all cover bands is doing well here in Denmark.
It's a big scene you have because the country is small, but there is all over Europe. And do you have festivals? Do you have some media presentations, or just it keeps the metal and hard rock keeps on an underground and club scenes?
Yeah, we have a lot of festivals here in Denmark.
Yeah.
Also for the metal scene. Also, there are a lot of nearly in every city. What we have here in Denmark, there's a festival going on.
Oh, great! And comes international bands or just local bands? Or?
Yeah, local and international, and so it's a good place if you're playing metal,
Right.
The hard metal.
But for what I know is right now, and since the 80s, no, there was more in the, as you said, more in the thrash, speed metal, things like that.
Yeah.
Because, for example, we here in Latin America don't know many bands, and all the main bands are more into this Merciful Fate. Comes last year, the end of the year, to two festivals, to Monterrey Metal Fest and Hell and Heaven, which is the most famous festival in Mexico, and then they are kind of semi-gods in Merciful Fate, King Diamond. Last Friday, Artillery. Do you know Artillery?
Yeah.
They played last Friday here in Mexico City.
Okay.
And which other bands? Royal Hunt. I like Royal Hunt, which is part Danish and part Russian, band.
Okay. Yeah.
And this other band, Volbeat, but Volbeat is not precisely metal or hard rock. It's more hoppy punk or pop, no?
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I know about Danish bands. Talking about that band, and of course, Pretty Maids from the 80s. Even this record that Rick recorded on guitar, Red Hot and Heavy, was edited here in Mexico as a national edition. But after that, there is no. A lot of Danish bands names, no, I can't remember, or doesn't so very much. So
in the 80s, there were so many bands who was playing the 80s metal or hard rock, and some went well, and some was drowning in all the other bands. But now we can see the music is changing after we had, not that we are doing that, but the record we did, and it's out now. The people like it and can look back to the 80s and see, oh, we know that that was a good time, and now they are playing that kind of stuff again. And that's great. I think it's good if we can turn the pictures around the other side and have the hard rock band again. Yeah.
But for you as a band, is you can live from music. Well, in your case, you say you have a studio and you're a producer. But if you are a band, you can live from music in Denmark.
If you're doing cover
Of
music,
course, hard rock and heavy metal music.
yeah, but this when you're playing your own stuff, you can't because when you want go out to play, the if you're doing a festival jobs and so you're just getting the transport and something to eat, and when you are going to the clubs, then they are who are you and how many people can you get to your shows, and we're from 2 to 100 to we don't know, but we really have to go out and do a lot of jobs now to show what we are stand for, and we can live up to the album what we have done now.
How many people is a regular attendance for a crowd attendance in Denmark for a heavy metal and hard rock band? An average.
If you're a famous band, they'll come about 50,000 or 80,000 people. Yeah, but in the smaller clubs we have there'll be around 300, 400 people. Yeah,
almost the same in Mexico. Almost the same.
Yeah. But we also think the smaller clubs is also fun to play at because it's so
out with people.
Yeah. And also as we did the acoustic release show at a little pub, there could be, I think, about 60, 70 people, and it was filled up. We were so happy that so many people joined us, and
Have you ever played on a festival, or how is the largest crowd you have in a Cold Drop concert?
Yeah, we the first concert we did was on a festival, and there was, I think it was about 500 people or so. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Then we have played a support job for Finn Lisi, the drummer from Finn Lisi. We did with the warm up for them. That was really great. But there was not so many people because it was just after we opened for the COVID-19. So people were thinking, do I have to go to the concert or can I do it? Will I be affected or something? But we did the show and went really well. Yeah.
So for what I know, what I am understanding is the same situation. For example, in 2 weeks ago, we have the world tour of Def Leppard and Motley Crue. And there was a full arena. I don't know, 30,000 or I don't know how, and will be and on the other side will be next 2 weeks or will be Pretty Boy Floyd concert. Do you know Pretty Boy Floyd?
Yeah.
And it get cancelled because there was enough tickets selling. So where are or suppose hard rockers and glamour go 30,000 to see
that is weird.
The Leopard and Pretty Boy Floyd canceled the concert. What? No, almost the same situation for what you are telling me over there. No, you're famous, you get the people. You are not so famous. You have to fight to play on clubs. No,
we really have. And as you came up with, if we can come down to Latin America to play at your place, that'll be so fun. And I think you'll try to see it can do some sponsoring with some, so we can pay for the travel to come down and play.
Great.
Some kind of club jobs or something. Yeah.
And for this situation, that you need to fight to play in clubs, and how do you get the deal with Lions Pride Music? Your album hasn't been released recently on February 27th, isn't it?
Yeah.
So talk us about when it was recorded, who the producer was, how you get the deal with Lions Pride. Talk us about the album.
Yeah, we the album was finished long time before Lions Pride were coming in, so we did the job by ourselves to put it out and put it on Spotify and do some commercial for it. And but we were thinking if we could get a record company joining us, would be better for the doors outside will be more open. So so I contacted, I don't know how many, but there was so many companies who was writing to me, and I was phoning them, and they say we can't even get our other bands coming out and play, and we can't get them out, so we can't take you in to our. But then I stumbled over to Lions Pride, and I wrote to them, and there was a guy who was saying to me, have you talked to Chris? And no, I don't know any Chris. So can you send me his phone number or email address? So he said to me, why not? We can take it, you and me, because I'm the boss in Lions Pride. So I said to him, that's even better. Let's talk. So I told him about our record, and I sent all the stuff to him, and he was a little blown away and said, that's really cool. Let's do a contract, and let's see what. Yeah. So I said, yeah.
And I think helps that you have the name of Rick, former Pretty Maids, because it gets attention, no? Because Red Hot and Heavy is a classical album too. So
yes, great album.
Some of the names that participate and record that record, I think you can put attention on Cold Drop, no?
Yeah, it is, and the recording of the album, we did it in. We have the rehearse room where I put up all my gear from my studio. So we, when we are rehearsing, we can record it, and talked about why not do the recording here, and it was also the COVID-19, so we did it. One of the guitars, first the drummer was coming into the studio, and we recorded the drums. Then Thomas coming in and doing the guitar, and then Rick, and so on. It was every time one person. And Alan, the lead singer, was doing the vocals at home. So he was standing in his living room and yelling in the microphone. And then he sent the files to me, and I put them into all the other stuff we have recording. Yeah.
So you were the engineer, recorder, and who recorded and mixed and made all other sessions.
Yeah, I did all the thing about the studio. I also did the mix and the mastering, but then we were talking about could be nice to have some other ears into the mixing and the mastering. So I had a good friend, Tuvo Madsen, from who is having the art at our Ant Farm studio.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing a lot of metal stuff, and he also have done Rob Halford's
Oh, great.
the first solo album he did, the mix and mastering of one of the numbers. Also, he did Illness Post, and he is traveling around the whole world. So I called him and asked to can you help me and this a mix and a master. And he said, yeah, for sure, send it to me. Yeah. And as he heard it, he called me and said, "You're a really good band. I was thinking about to call Paul Stanley and all them and say you have to get up now. And here is a band coming who is going over you." So he was very thrilled about our music. So that was a thumbs up from him. Yeah. So he did the mix and mastering of the album, and it was good for me also to give it away. You know.
Okay. Remember the name of this person?
Tuvo Madsen. And his studio is called Ant Farm.
So what you are saying is the record has been done step by step on many sessions, different sessions in all through that a long time. It's not that you pass 2 weeks or 2 months in a studio and get the record. No, you record step by step what you were rehearsing in your rehearsal.
Yeah, in a couple of months we did all the recording for the album. The 10 numbers, they were finished. So that was the way we did it.
It's interesting the song of the record because you have signs more sleazy songs from power ballads, from more heavy music, like Freedom, the song that close. Even you can hear some twin guitars like Iron Maiden or something like that. So it's very different. The all metal from hard to heavy metal, but the sound is you put a lot of styles in the album, so the album sounds really good.
And then we also get the credit, but by guys like you and the other in the whole world, they are saying it sounds like Whitesnake, Thin Lizzy, Mr. Big, and Judas Priest, and all that. But they can see there's no one who has said you sound like you are not a covering of Pretty Maids or Thin Lizzy or so, because we have all the styles in our numbers.
But that makes great your music.
How we are making the number is Rick and Thomas is coming with some riffs, and Thomas he is a bit younger like the other of us, so he is more more like sevenfold and only more technical playing.
Great. He's more in the solos, no, Thomas?
Yeah. Thinking about Dream Theater, and he's more thinking more technical stuff. And then Rick, he is saying to Thomas, we have to do it. We have to throw away a lot of the accord you are doing, because we have to keep it simple. And then Thomas, you're right. And then we put all the stuff together, playing, and the other in the band, when they are starting up, we know where it should go. So I come in with the bass as I think it should be, and the drummer he think, hey, let me do first he is doing the simple stuff, hi-hat and the snare, but when he knows the number, he is coming up with a lot of fills and so, and let's turn in really good. Yeah.
But because you have all these kind of styles, but at the same time, the feel, the spirit of the music is one. No, it's like the spirit of the '80s sound of
Yeah.
hard rock and heavy metal. No.
It's because we are from that kind of style. We're coming
Yeah.
from the area.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
there is. Have you seen that there is a like new wave of British heavy metal right now? Is new wave of true heavy metal? Have you heard
Yeah.
there is a wave?
Yeah.
Many young people playing with the and they capture the sound. Yeah?
Yeah.
Not many of them the soul, but the sound sounds like the '80s
Yeah.
right now I don't know if in Denmark you have this
It's
kind of bands.
it's the same here because I think uh, it's turning back to the 80s, if you can
Yeah,
say so. The style and the sound.
the covers.
Yeah, for sure, and that's I think it's great because
Yeah,
I love.
great, of course, great.
Yeah.
It's better than here many. I don't know the shady music in local you have, but here in Latin America, right now there is a lot of shady music that is so it's very good to hear that there are young people still doing good music with hard
Yeah.
rock and heavy metal. And
Yeah.
so there are plans for after the release of the record. You have plans for touring local, of touring all over Europe or even America, Latin America. You have plans for touring, or what your the next plans for Cold Drop?
Yeah, we have now we have I think it's six jobs here in local area. It's some is festivals and some is club, and there's some more coming because now people get the eye open for us, and now they are a little calling us to, hey, can you come and play here? And that's really great. And then we are going to Switzerland in between August and November. We are doing a show in Switzerland, and when we are in that area, we will try to find maybe 2 or 3 more jobs in Belgium, Holland, or Germany.
Great.
So we are seeing what will come up, and then there was a company who was contacting me in Belgium, who is doing a Europe touring with bands, and they have spotted us and wrote to us, hey, we want to do a European tour with you, but it just will be in 2024. That's next year, because they have put all the stuff together here for 23. Yep. So that'll be awesome, and also, as you said, in the area in Latin America could be so nice, but we have to find the money to travel down to you.
Yeah,
and then I think we will find out some way to do it.
In May we will have Reckless Love. You know Reckless Love from Finland. They will be here. Reckless Love will be here. So I think you are in the same kind of music and level and things like that. So it will be great that you can be here at some point of this year or so, or soon can be. By the way, have you ever heard some Latin band, Mexican band, of course, hard rock or heavy metal band or festival? Do you know something about the metal and hard rock scene in Mexico or in Latin America?
Yeah, no, not so many. You sent me a link to a band. I was
Ultimatum band.
Yeah. And I was trying to listen to it, and also a great band.
Ultimatum is.
But
They were a band from the 80s. They won a national contest that and TV appears on TV, national TV, and well, in the 80s, in 1987, they recorded one record with CBS Records, and they made a second. But you know the time for the 80s band passed, and they returned until 2016, something like that. So
and they got a new front girl. I saw.
Yeah. What do you think about the singer? The girl?
She's cool. She's really good singer.
Yeah, Lucrecia Ang is the name. Yeah, a good singer. Will be fine if we can do something with Cold Drop coming to America, Ultimatum, and some of those bands.
Could be awesome to make this with other bands.
And there are a lot of bands, but in the same case, for what you told me is hard rock, and is more for clubs, more for because.
But I hope it will change a little.
I hope to.
I hope so.
Something strange for me is that actually thrash bands or even black metal bands have more chance to travel and to fool more mid-place places with 5,000 6,000 people than hard rock. No, it's crazy, but now is the way it is right now. No, you have.
But I think if we have to work hard so that people can hear and see, hey, that style. Well, we have lost it somewhere, but we have to take it in again.
But like your album sounds great. The sound, the music, and as I said, you had power ballads. You are sleazy, more to party, and more and end with a more heavy metal song. Not this kind of rhythm, which would be great for a video with motorcycles and things like that.
Funny you saying that, because we are doing a video around freedom here.
Great.
July, we are doing the video for that number.
Great. We'll be fine to see it.
And that will be motorbikes and cars and everything like we did in the 80s, you know.
Great.
Nothing new, but it's freedom.
Great. Freedom. And the 80s was freedom. The essence and soul of the 80s, though. Right? So as you said, Cold Drop is able for coming to Latin America, to America. How people that get interested can contact the band for them eventually listen to music and eventually even can get you for a tour on Latin America or North America.
We at the moment we have 2 bookings. We have one here in Denmark who is taking all the Danish stuff, and then we have a guy in Germany, in Berlin, who is taking the Europe part, and I think maybe he will take over with the whole world. So I think if it should be, they have to contact him, but even they can also contact us on Facebook, on the Cold Drop side. There's an email address they can write to, or maybe to me.
Tell us your social media so the people can hear it, and I put it right down here.
Yeah. You can find us on the Facebook, Cold Drop, and the band Cold Drop. And then you can find us on YouTube. You have to write Cold Drop. And then you can find us on every streaming, Spotify, and you can find it on iTunes, whatever. The whole album is on the streamings, all the streamings platform at the moment. And also you can order the CD on every store, I think. And there'll also be a vinyl, a record. Here last March we get the record.
The vinyl, a vinyl.
Vinyl, yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
The 80s.
Yeah, like the 80s.
Remember the 80s, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and we love it. That's why also we were talking about, should we try like a gimmick to do a cassette?
Oh, great. This generation, I told you that the new wave of true heavy metal, they produce cassettes and because I don't know, they like these young people, which I like it very much. Is that they produce their of course on CDs and digital, but they send some vinyls and cassettes editions too, which is great. I think it's great. It's great. Cold Drop shall do the same.
Yeah, we have to do the cassettes also. I have talked to some guys who is doing the cassettes, so and it's not so expensive to do. So maybe we should do
an edition. Great.
Well,
was John. Send last message for all headbangers and hard rockers in Latin America from Cold Drop. What can you say to them?
Oh, join us on every social media. I hope you will join us on the Facebook and follow us, because a lot of stuff is coming up in the moment. As there will be a new video here, the vinyl is coming up. There are a lot of magazine who is writing about Cold Drop, great stuff, and we are putting some tour together, and even we'll try Latin America to get you more to know in Latin America, because we can see there's a market maybe for us. Maybe we can join another band in your country in Latin America. We can play with. So let's see what is up. But join us. We'd love to have you as follow and help us to promote. That'll be fun. That'll be great.
Bueno, pues ya lo saben, amigos de toda Latinoamérica, México, Cold Drop, una excelente banda con un sonido completamente ochentero que trae sleaze, hard rock, heavy metal, una power ballad muy padre, muy interesante, con unos solos muy de los 80s, que esos llegadores, y que pues están abiertos para que quien los quiera contactar, que escuche su música, que vea los videos, y que si algún promotor o alguna banda quieren girar con ellos, pues ellos están abiertos para venir a Latinoamérica y hacer un tour y presentarse donde quiera que los llamen. Como bien ya ahí aparece la información de contacto, y pues Cold Drop, no dejen de escuchar a Cold Drop, una excelente banda danesa, con Rick Hanson, que grabó el primer disco de Pretty Maids, Red Hot and Heavy, que él es el guitarrista líder de la banda. Y pues no queda más que agradecerle a John A. Bertz thank you for your time, John, and hope to have you soon here in Latin America.
That'll be great, and cheers to you all, guys. It was great and fun to be there. Maybe we talk to each other soon again. And thank you, Ruben, for having me.
Thank you too. Esto fue Metal Glam to Thrash con Cold Drop. John Bertz, bajista de Cold Drop. Gracias y hasta la próxima. Metal Glam to Thrash.
Thank you.